Hey y'all, welcome to Car Chronicles 101 with your girl BR to the EE. That's free. So today I'm going to be just giving you a rundown on the PSE position at the United States Postal Service. Sorry, I'm driving. I'm on my way from work. I'm gonna go home, take a quick nap, and get my day started. So, um, I'm just gonna give you a quick background how I got in first, and then I'll give you whatever important information. So I was working at I was working at a bank, as a universal banker, like on the desk, basically, like opening accounts and doing whatever. And I was going through a lot at that bank. Like I just felt like I was the only black person working for the whole company. So I just felt like I wasn't being treated correctly. It was just awkward. It's not like I've never worked around a variety of cultures and races. I have. I've been the only person in a couple of places, but it's just the way I felt. So whatever. I left the bank for a seasonal job. That's how bad it was that I quit my job for a seasonal job at the post office. I was a mail handler, a casual mail handler, and I was getting paid like $15 an hour. Not like, but I was getting paid 15. It was like a weird number, like 15 something, like 15, 17, something like that, an hour. Um, with that, I was just in the distribution center in the they call it, yeah, they call it distribution center. It's like the factory kind of where all the mail goes through first before it actually goes to your local post office. So I was working there for like 2 months or 2.5 months. And while I was there, I was just um, figuring out like what am I going to do. Obviously, I can't do that because I was doing that and doing Uber at the same time. So I like started applying for positions. I asked everybody around like, is it better to apply for a permanent mail handler position or to apply to work in like an actual post office, like your local post office? I honestly, when I worked there, I did not want to be there. It was so much work. Imagine sitting on a desk all day, answering questions and doing things for people, to now dealing with no customers at all and lifting heavy stuff. My feet was hurting. I thought I was doing my thing by wearing some Nikes to work. No, you need like some real support, like because you're walking on concrete floors all day. You're heavy lifting, pulling, bending, squatting, all that. So it was just too much for me. So I was like, do I want to do this like for the rest of my life? And then I just like thought about it and I'm like, no, I don't. So on top of that, people there told me like, it's probably better off for you to apply at a post office as a PSC, because that's how you get in. And I'll give you some background on how you get in a second. So I applied for different offices. It was down to two. I applied for two. There was a test I had to take beforehand. I went for the interviews. One office called me first. I got hired there as a PSC. Was working 60 plus hours every week. Um, the pay 17 something, started at 17 something, which was not bad for you not to even have to have like any college degree or anything for the position. It's a mindless position. You don't even have to use your brain. It's something very repetitive work. You're doing it over and over again, but you are dealing with customers sometimes, and sometimes you're just doing physical work. Like some people say you're slaving for the government. Whatever, call it what you want. You get paid good, right? I left that office after like 2 or 3 months because of whatever reasons, and I took a position at the office I'm at now, and yeah, I'm pretty happy. I'm happy. So now I'm just waiting for a full time position, a career position. I'll say that a career position to open up, and I'll take that, and I'll be good. I'll have my pension, my benefits, and everything I want. So, boom. Quick facts. When you get hired into the post office, you never start out as a full time career employee. Most people don't know this, so when they apply they're thinking like, hey, I'm gonna go work for the post office. Even carriers, mail carriers that you see, most likely they're not full. Well, sometimes they are, but chances are that they're not full-time career employees. And when I say that, I'm going to explain. You get hired and you work your way into being a career employee. The way it works is when people retire, a position opens up, and the next one with the highest seniority takes that full-time career position. In the meantime, while you do not have this full-time career position, it doesn't mean you won't have full-time hours, because the only thing is your schedule isn't set, and you basically work how they tell you to work. Well, when they tell you to work, they kind of control you. You don't have full benefits, so you don't have access to 401k. You don't have access to your pension, to save with your pension. You don't have access to a thrift savings plan. You don't have like, you don't get like workers comp. You don't get like, you can pay for medical benefits, but it's way more expensive when you are not a career employee. And there's quite a few other things, but those are the major things that you need to know up front. Holidays, you don't get paid every single holiday. So right now, if I get paid 8 holidays, I'm only getting like 4 of them, which is whatever. Um, so all of those things I'm not able to save. I don't have a full 40 hours every single week. I'm not saying this to discourage. I just want, when I looked for videos on YouTube with this information, I couldn't find it before I started the position. So that's with the benefits. With the hours, you're not guaranteed any hours. I think it's like 2 hours a week that you're guaranteed. I get more than 2 hours a week. I actually get a lot less than what I would like. I went from getting over 60 hours, which was too much because I was working 6 days a week, including a Sunday. And I will have a random day off in the week. I have a 4-year-old, so that didn't really work for me. And then it's not that it didn't work for me, because I love money, but I also love my family, so I need to be home. And then to be dealing with ill treatment, as I'm not with it. At least let one thing bother me, not a whole bunch of things. So the hours vary based on the office that you go to. Like I said, I was promised 20 hours when I started working at this office. I'm just averaging about 20 hours. It's not a lot of hours. So I don't know how long I'll have to do this for before a position opens up. I don't have to necessarily take a position where I am. I can take a position somewhere else if a position opens up, but it's usually only offered to, it's offered to everyone, but it goes by seniority. So, what else? I do have 2 jobs. I work at the post office in the mornings, um, for like 4 hours, 5 hours sometimes in the morning, and then on the weekends, I work at a restaurant in the evenings. So it works out for me pretty well. If I wanted to, I could drive Uber in between, but I'm too tired from waking up early in the morning with the post office. The job that I do includes, I'm a clerk. I'm a mail clerk, um, also known as a PSE when you're not career. Um, so I think it's called a mail processing something. I don't know what it's called, but it's abbreviated PSE. So my job description is like, I come in the morning, I meet the trucks, I unload the trucks with the truck driver. I start sorting packages and mail for the carriers. When I sort the packages and mail, I'm sorting it by routes. So the post office that you work at will have like maybe one zip code or two. Mine has two, because whatever reason, it has two zip codes. So I sort the mail to go into the right route, so the carrier can now sort it again into house by house. Packages, I do the same with that. So it is a lot of lifting, bending, twisting, pulling. It can be very hard sometimes because you're obviously expected to lift heavy packages. There's always going to be somebody around to help you. If there isn't, then obviously that package needs to be picked up. It can be very hard work. I always say, um, Work smart, not hard, and that goes for any job. Um, I also like do cleaning, like not like sweeping and mopping, but there's always empty equipment around. You just get that together, put it out in the garage, wherever your station wants you to put it. Um, from time to time, like right now I'm not actually in what do you call it? I'm not actually window trained to be able to fully have a draw and deal with customers. So I will work sometimes in the front with customers, with like a handheld scanner that will bring up, only take card payments, and it'll bring up for stamps. I can accept packages, give you hold mail, like little things, but I'm not open to everything right now. How long will this last? I'm not really sure, but that's one of the things that you have to deal with. That's one of the things that I wish somebody would have told me as coming in. I don't know if I would have still took the position. I'm turning down other jobs daily because I'm like, I have to stick with the post office because the benefits are better than a lot of other places. It's very easy work, but it's repetitive. You're doing the same thing every single day. So if you're somebody that wants to be out in the open all the time and doing different things every day, using your brain, probably not for you. Um, I spoke about the benefits and what you receive. I spoke about the pay. I spoke about how I got in. Oh, the test. So there is a test that you have to take. I drove like an hour to the nearest facility because the test is sometimes hard to get to. And it's because so many people want to take the test. So the test only consists of, they just recently changed the test again. But as far as I know, the test consists of, literally, they give you addresses, and it's like 60 minutes. The test is only 60 minutes. They give you addresses. You have to remember what zone it belongs to. That's what the test consists of. But it's a memory thing. They want to know how your short-term memory is. So as they take practice tests beforehand, I got like 87 or 89 or something like that. So when you're hired, they usually hire you based on your test score. So it can be like when I went to my like two interviews, one was like 15 people, and I'm like, damn. And I don't like to think bad, but I always think like, what can I say? What do I do to get hired over these people? And long story short, it's really the test score. Obviously, you want to interview well, but it's really the test score. You just want to prove that you're reliable. Your test score is high enough, obviously. So prove that you're reliable and that you're always willing to learn and you're a hard worker. Boom. Whatever you do, try to put that into your interview. Um, what else? I mean, I can't really think of anything else. If you have any other questions, you're always welcome to like you can send me a private message, or you could just comment right under this video, because like obviously this is for information. As far as the process, how long does it take? I know that's going to be quite a lot of your questions. So it's different for everybody. Technically speaking, I was already in the post office. Um, this is getting like dark. Technically speaking, I was already in the post office when I applied, because I was working like as a casual. Remember when I was saying I was working in the distribution center? So, and I don't think it works any faster for me. I've heard and I've read, I've seen people say it took them like 4 months to be hired. Me, it only took me exactly 1 month from the time that I interviewed, right? Literally 1 month, probably like 3 days shy of 1 month, right? And then everything, it's never by phone. They never call you. It's always by email. So just make sure your email is valid, and that you're always checking your email. When they say that you're hired, well, when they offer you the position, they usually give you 7 days to respond to it. I say do as much research as you can on that office. Sometimes if you like go on Glassdoor.com or just online in general, maybe even Yelp. Um, I like Glassdoor because you get the reviews from employees that used to work there or that do work there. So they'll, most of the times they're like brutally honest. Like they won't just say, "Oh, it's a good place to work." They'll tell you like the pros and cons. So I like Glassdoor for that. And you obviously want to check that out before you actually get into the office and then regret that you took that position. Um, and I will be honest. Let me say that at the interview, I would be honest on your availability because they really depend on you. Like you are at the bottom of the totem pole when you come in. So literally they are expecting you to be there like every day and work every day and not ever say no. I had to work on Sundays for a very long time when I first started. And then when I moved offices, that wasn't really in the game plan. So now I get every Sunday off. That bothered me having to work Sunday. I go to church, you know? Um, the regulars that work there, the career employees that work there, they are different everywhere you go. Some of them will be super helpful towards you. Some of them are not at all. Some of them are not helpful at all, honestly. Some of them are lazy. Some of them work hard. Some of them been there for years and years and years, and guess what? They feel like they don't have to do anything. But I'm just speaking on certain people. Not every single person will be like that. Um, yeah. That's it. That's basically the information that I have. I'm pretty sure there's more. I didn't actually plan this video. I'm just going along, obviously, as I go along, if that makes sense. So, like I said, if you have any questions, you can always comment down below. I'm going to be coming with a lot more content. I'm going to next do a video about working at a bank, how to become a universal banker, or just how to get the job in general, things to say. Um, and I was also a flight attendant, so I'll throw in a video like that, but that's like oversaturated, like with the videos. So, any questions, just ask. You guys have a good day.